evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
The bear. When you hear those words, what comes to mind? Perhaps a large, furry animal with big teeth, sharp claws, a ferocious roar, bad breath. Maybe its white-furred cousin, the polar bear, catching salmon as they faithfully swim upstream to meet their demise. Then again, it might be the cartoon character Yogi Bear, the picnic basket thief from Jellystone Park. And yet again, it might be the furry, cuddly little stuffed animal that children throughout the world have come to love forever. But tonight, the bear that I met and that I'm going to talk about wore this hat. Bear Bryant. I attended the University of Alabama in the late 70s, early 80s, and we'll tell you the story about the bear. Bear Bryant was born in 1913 in a farm in Arkansas. He was one of 12 children, was brought up in humble beginnings, and he gained his nickname when, at age 13, he wrestled a carnival bear that had stopped in town. He was promised $1 for his exploits. Never got paid, but he earned his nickname that would stay with him for life. After high school, he was good enough to play football at the University of Alabama. After that, he started some assistant coaching jobs at a variety of colleges, but enlisted in World War II in the U.S. Navy. He served as an officer, and at the conclusion of the war, returned back to his coaching duties. His mother always wanted him to be a preacher. He told her, "Mama, coaching's a lot like being a preacher." And he was good at being a coach, and in a way, good at being a preacher in terms of teaching life's lessons. Bear Bryant became a coach at Maryland, then Kentucky, then Texas A&M, and ultimately, as he liked to say, he heard Mama calling. He went back to the University of Alabama, and there he laid the groundwork, himself winning 6 national titles, en route to Alabama winning an unprecedented 13 national titles to this day. So I thought, it's really neat being here at the University of Alabama. I have a lot of friends from all over the United States and actually all over the world, and go to the football games, and then I determined, you know what? Wouldn't it be great to meet the bear? Now, the bear was in the news at this time because he had just set the all-time record for coaching victories. This was 1981. And all the media was abuzz about Bear Bryant. And even though he knew he was getting towards the end of his career, he wanted to leave his impact on people's lives. So he hung around John McKay, who ultimately became the coach at Tampa Bay. Now, John at the time was the coach of USC. We've learned in a most recent documentary that came out maybe a year or two ago, HBO sponsored it, it was called Turning the Tide. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but that was about Bear Bryant and John McKay working to bring black football players to the University of Alabama. USC had a great running back named Sam Cunningham, and the people of Alabama, they were just getting over the Forrest Gump and the governor standing at the walls of the university there and so forth, so integration was kind of new, let alone having the black football players. Well, Turning the Tide, through some efforts of Bear Bryant and through other administrators, the University of Alabama became integrated in all facets and still is today, adding to the rich diversity of the campus. So as I was at the end of my college career, I was cleaning out my bank account and doing errands and going to the post office and so forth, and it was the week between the end of finals and graduation. So I thought, why don't I just stop here in the Coliseum and see if I can beat the bear? So down the aisles I go, gleaming floors, glass cases filled with trophy after trophy after trophy from years gone by. And I arrive at the admission, or the athletic director's office, and I step inside. And the lady that greeted me says, "Son, can I help you?" I said, I'm graduating, and I was wondering if I could beat the bear. Of course, I was young and naive, not realizing that she could say, you know, have an appointment, he's on vacation, he's in Tahiti, he's changing his sock drawer, whatever. But she said, well, have a seat, and I did. And then I hear her into the conversation. Okay, I'll let him know. Click. Somebody will be up here in a few minutes to get you. So I'm aimlessly going through the magazines, not realizing, probably in shock that I'm going to meet there. So a graduate assistant takes me down one hallway, then another, until I'm standing before this 10-foot white, perfectly painted door with a gold placard emblazoned with black lettering that said Paul W. Brown. So I thought, well, I can't just stand here and have him wonder who's standing at his door. So I knocked a little bit, nothing. But I could hear him, his drawl in the background. I couldn't hear what he was saying, but I could hear, I thought, well, maybe I better knock a little harder. Knock. Goddamn phone. Oops, I've awakened the bear. So a couple of seconds later, I hear the phone. Comes up to see me and lets me in. I'm going down this hallway. The office was probably twice the size of this room. And everything he ever advertised, Amana kerosene heaters, Coca-Cola, Golden Flake potato chips, photos of Joe Namath, Bart Starr, Leroy Jordan, Ozzie Newsome, all the different great players that he had coached. Half-smoked cigarette butts, Seagram 7, half-eaten club sandwiches. He has me sit down. Oh, son, I don't remember exactly what we spoke about, but I remember for five minutes, it was me and him, one-on-one. And he congratulated me, wished me well in law school, and said, I kept emphasizing, it's so great to meet you, Bear Bryant. He says, always remember, it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. And that stuck with me. So before I left, I asked if I could get a couple photos with him. He let me take a couple of systematic cameras, first pulling out his comb. Took a couple of shots, and then he says, hang on a minute, son. He gives me this autographed photograph. And it always reminds me of the lessons he taught me and many other people. I'll always remember my meeting with the bear. Thank you.